Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach, and I help you choose growth. I have an intuitive message for you today about your spiritual journey. We will look at the inside world, your inner world, the outer world, and the relationship between the two. So let's get started. I'm being told to draw the cards right to left. So the world. I love this card. The star on the inside, daughter of roots on the inside. Lovely, peaceful cards, Sagittarius. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm picking up one. And justice on the outside. Okay, and then in our general flow, we're going this way into justice. Oh, you know, the energies feel bigger than the words that I have today. So send me your best thoughts about being eloquent. All right, I want to look out here. We're looking at a balanced, just world. This is a world talking about the harmony between the light and the dark. This is the world that I would really love to see at this moment. And I do feel that this is a deep, profound set of cards together. So I want to start out here very globally before we go inside to what's going on here. This is also asking us to take a really honest look at the world, at our world, and an honest look at the balance. There's just so much balance between light and dark, between death and life. This is a skull and this is an egg. So we even have an element of rebirth. And look, we have a broken egg down here. So this is very much cycle of life. This is opening up. This is rebirth. But it is also perfect and balanced harmony above and below. These, yeah, I knew that. Okay, I remember this from before. The arrows are echoing each other. And this is a type of laurel wreath, so there's a victory. So there's something about looking at the balance of your world, the light and the dark, the good and the bad, the things that you enjoy, the things that repulse you. This also has to do with evaluating things that you've let go of in the past and things that you have embraced, and looking at the balance of the two. Are they in correct balance with each other? Okay, we also have wisdom and consciousness coming at each other. The owl, the owl and the pussycat, the owl and the crow. I will not quote poetry to you at the moment, but there's a balance going on there. We also have DNA. So we have, this is really the goal that we're talking about, that we want to see the world in perfect balance, in perfect justice, in a perfect alignment, that arrow going in the middle. Okay, and they're both going off to the left. So when we're looking at it, it's going off to the future. Gonna get my directions wrong. We're looking at this in the future. Okay, so this is what we're trying to create, Sagittarius, is a balanced, fair world filled with justice, with proper balance between light and dark, with creation and death, with recreation and celebration, letting go. Okay, now let's go inside. There's a deep sense of learning about your own healing. And there's also a more profound connection with the healing work that you have done. It's as if this healing work really has given you a lot of momentum. This 8-pointed star is actually a double star. And this is card 17, which is an 8. So we are talking about abundance and flow. And the daughter of roots talks about curiosity and learning, curiosity in sharing and going deeper. But I also think of roots as grounded and health, within the earth, on the earth, not out here. So the path to this just world, this perfect just world that we all beings are seeking starts with your inner healing, starts with your inner growth. And there's more messages in the star, so let's just sit with it for a second. Okay, it's nighttime. This is really talking about the healing, the temperance, and the balance of your emotions. When those emotions are tempered and healed and allowed to release and flow, then a universal energy can come through you. This might make more sense if I say it's intuition. That cosmic wisdom is able to flow straight through you, but that channel has to be nourished already with emotional flow. When you are able to allow your emotions to flow and to heal, it really helps you understand that not many of those emotional reactions are actually about you. And let me rephrase that. When we react emotionally, it's because we're taking things personally. It's because we think that whatever is happening outside of us has to do with us, either towards us, usually against us, and we get upset about that. When you heal those emotions and you start to release, and you also start to be able to see the situation for what it is, you realize that it really was never about you. And then that's when the universal and conscious wisdom can come through you, because then you see that's what this bigger message is. Okay, I participated in a conscious flow. I participated in an event, but it wasn't just aimed at me. I was part of something bigger. This reconnects you actually with that sense of connection to the divine, connection to your soul and all of the other souls on this planet and elsewhere. Okay, it connects you to something much bigger. And when we take things personally and we get emotional, that is actually the ego disconnecting us from this experience. Because in the experience of being enveloped in that cosmic consciousness, we lose our ego and we're at peace because we understand that something is happening through us, not to us. And then we start to see all of these depth, all of this learning. I just love this card because it's got so many facets. And when you start to go into something that you're really interested in and you discover more and more and more, it's like this magic crystal or this magic structure opens up for you that just totally enthralls and seduces and it enlivens you. And that's what they're saying your life and your healing process could be. When you stop taking it personally, when you release the need to have it be about you, and you start to understand that everything is happening through you, it becomes very fascinating because there's so many things that you might not notice that you weren't noticing before. There's so many more messages. You understand what's going on with others better. You're automatically connected to what's happening with others better. And you're actually able to stay out of a lot more pain because you don't get into these misunderstandings where you're both coming from a hurt or a misunderstood or an unheard ego. So, I wish that I could convey the feeling I feel with all of these cards, because that just and balanced world is exactly what will result when you take the lead and you start to feel that flow of through you, not to you, because then we understand why everything is happening. And we understand that there's a deeper harmony that's trying to be restored. We understand that there's a deeper balance that is trying to be restored. And we're part of that rebalancing act. but we stop the rebalancing from happening. We stop this cosmic rebalancing from happening when we take it personally. It literally clogs the machine, okay, because it stops the flow. We have to then pull away from that divine flow. So think about it. When you pull away from the divine flow, you're pulling your energy away from it. And that divine flow loses some energy because you're not participating. So this is asking you to open up and understand that this is part of a bigger cosmic balance. This black and white card, the black and white of the justice, this is also he's a vulture. It's not pretty, right? This is not warm and fuzzy. So some of what is happening to and through us, some of what is happening through us is not going to be warm and fuzzy. It's not going to always be beautiful. It's not going to look great. And it's just not going to be pretty. But when we can relax and understand that we're still part of something which is trying to balance itself in order to nurture everything and everyone in it, then it's easier to relax and trust it. It's not rebalancing to exclude some of us. It's not rebalancing to say, well, yes, you and not you. It's rebalancing to have a place for everyone. It's rebalancing to have a place and a meaning for your experiences and your purpose down here. This world card is complete because it's got all factions on it. It's the resolution of the magician card. We have all 4 elements. We have, I could give you a whole discourse on this deck, but we have elements that were separated coming back together. And this is completion. Everything has its place. And what we need to do is not resist. We need to allow this movement, this rebalancing to happen through us. Okay? All right, Sag. Well, that was a hugely profound one. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy with me. As you know, I'm offering one-on-one intuitive readings as well as soul guidance coaching. So if you'd like to learn more, I invite you to check out my website. There's a link in the description below. I will look forward to seeing you next time, Sagittarius, right here.